Now at 6, the way an Indianapolis community is coming together to honor the life of a mother who was killed in a hit and run.
And the summer heat is back, and it's here to stay for the next several days.
And they say enough is enough, the way Indianapolis residents and community leaders are uniting to fight violence. Live from Indy, you're watching 13 News. All right. Thank you so much for watching 13 News. Let's get right over to Chelsea Stevens. Today was a scorcher.
It was hot back up into the 90s today, especially after coming off a beautiful week last week where temperatures reached into the 70s. So we have that heat dome again. That's going to be in play for the next several days. So the heat, that's not going anywhere. But today we had beautiful weather. Check this out. Downtown Indianapolis, we have some of those clear blue skies. It is absolutely beautiful. Temperatures right now, it is currently 87 degrees. So we finally have a drop down out of the 90s for Indianapolis, but it's still 90 degrees in Shelbyville. So if you have any plans this evening, expect it to still be toasty out there. Make sure you take some of that water to stay hydrated. As we look for the rest of the evening, mostly clear and warm. Around 7 o'clock, still holding on to those 80s. We'll have to wait till about 9-10 p.m. for those temperatures to fall down into those 70s. It's going to remain warm. Overnight temperatures only dropping down into the 70s. As I mentioned, the heat is sticking with us, possibly even on Tuesday. We could see near record warmth.
All right, thank you, Chelsea. In less than an hour, family and friends of a hit and run victim will be releasing balloons in her honor. Dominique Berryhill was killed on Sunday. Our Marina Silva is live at Riverside Park right now. Tell us, Marina, what are you seeing?
Yeah, Sia, we are here at Riverside Park. We're in less than an hour. Dominique Berryhill's family and friends are going to honor her during a balloon release. Now, Berryhill was killed during a hit and run last Sunday. We're told that she was here at Riverside Park for a block party and a car show, enjoying time with her friends. When she was standing by a car, talking with her friends and enjoying her time, when a suspected hit and run driver hit her and took off. Now, we do know, according to police, that speeding was a factor. Her family and friends do say that she was a light of life, enjoyed having fun. Like I said, she was here at Riverside Park just last Sunday for a block party, enjoying time with family and friends. And there's a lot of people here today that are just enjoying the nice day. And once again, she was out with her friends just talking to them when a driver hit her and then ran off. So once again, that balloon release starts today in less than an hour here at 7 o'clock for Dominique Berryhill. Reporting live from Riverside Park, Marina Silva, 13 News.
Marina, thank you. 2 people are recovering after a shooting overnight. The victims in the shooting are a woman and a young child. Police They tell us they believe the woman was holding the child at the time of the shooting. The woman is stable this morning. Now, the child was taken to the hospital in critical, but is now stable as well. Investigators say this started as a domestic disturbance that escalated to gun violence.
I understand people have problems, whether they're married or not, it doesn't matter, but it's still resorting to violence is not the answer.
Police do have a person of interest in this case, but they're still looking for him. Now they're asking neighbors to come forward with any possible information that could help.
Crimes like this is help from the public. So if anyone did see anything and they didn't stick around to talk to us, please contact Detective Cody Hopkins and give us whatever information that you have.
Investigators believe the person of interest does not live in the home where this shooting happened. Now, all of these investigations adding to what was already a very violent week here in Indianapolis. Now, communities are working with city leaders to step up, and they say enough is enough. Our Anna Chalker shows us how dozens came together today to bring awareness to the violence here in our city.
To understand what someone is going through,
Moms, be strong!
You may need to take a walk in their shoes.
They're not just a number.
Shoes worn by parents who've lost their kids to gun violence.
They are my children.
5 years ago this weekend, Antonia Bailey's children, Ashlyn and Nicholas, were shot and killed. To remember them, she walked with dozens to bring awareness of gun violence in the city.
Our community is hurting. Our children are hurting. They're being raised by parents that are hurting.
She and other moms joined to help parents who feel the same pain.
Every time I hear somebody die of gun violence, it breaks my heart because I know what that nightmare they're gonna live.
This walk on 38th Street, organized by city and state leaders,
Guns down!
but led by the kids who live on the Far East Side.
A lot of violence out here.
How does that make you feel?
I'm sad.
With a rise in youth violence this year, organizers felt this walk was more important than ever.
It's a one-day event that will leave lasting memories for our youth, their families, and our community.
And these kids hope their peers join their fight.
Don't throw away your life in the streets. Try to have a good life and don't waste it.
A fight starting one stride at a time. On the Far East Side, Anna Chalker, 13 News.
Thank you, Anna. Butch and Sunny are coming home. The decision by NASA today to bring home 2 astronauts who have been stuck on the ISS for 80 days now.
And we're going to continue to heat on up. This week we could see some of the warmest air of the season.
Right now, Dr. Anthony Fauci is back home recovering after being briefly hospitalized when he contracted West Nile virus. Dr. Fauci is the former chief medical advisor to President Joe Biden and served as director of the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases before stepping down in 2022. West Nile virus is commonly spread through infected mosquitoes, and there is no vaccine or treatment. Disease experts say the virus had been circulating this summer more than was expected. As of today, August 24th, there are 216 human cases reported in 33 states. A statue honoring the late congressman and civil rights icon John Lewis was unveiled in Decatur, Georgia today. The statue is replacing a Confederate monument that had stood there for more than a century. Georgia Senator and Reverend Raphael Warnock spoke at the unveiling ceremony. Warnock also mentioned Lewis's crossing of the Edmund Pettus Bridge on Bloody Sunday, saying, quote, "Today, all of us are standing on the other side of that bridge, on the other side of hope, on the other side of dreams fulfilled." New data shows more Americans than ever face the risk of wildfire. At the same time, climate change is fueling more, quote, megafires, blanketing skies with smoke. And the weather conditions which allow the fires to spread are becoming increasingly common, and not just in the West. Here's Chase Kane with the story.
This year has brought roughly the same number of fires as usual, but those fires have become big, burning more than 3 times as much land as last year. More than 5.5 million acres so far, filling skies with smoke coast to coast. And we're still approaching the peak season.
And a new analysis from Climate Central shows that it's being driven by an increase in the number of fire weather days. Days which are hot, dry, and windy, kind of like this. It's a signature of climate change.
When you have fire weather, you can't do things like prescribed burning, at least not safely. And so it really kind of gets you from both sides.
Parts of California, Colorado, Washington, and Texas have already seen more fire weather days so far this year than they typically have in an entire year. And again, the peak season is still ahead.
You can kind of think of it as like rolling a pair of dice.
Andrew Moore forecasts fire weather conditions across the U.S. from NOAA's Storm Prediction Center in Oklahoma.
And so you might have really hot, dry, windy conditions one day, but maybe you don't get the ignition, you don't get the fire. But like I said, you keep rolling those dice. And as the climate keeps getting warmer, you're just rolling the dice more and more often, so you have more chances to start big fires.
And that's part of why NOAA is expanding their fire weather team. Climate change means all 50 states face risk.
But there's definitely been an uptick in the severity of the fires, and in particular with people moving closer to the forest or embedding within the forest, the danger to society is much greater. And so we're seeing these catastrophic wildfires much more frequently within the United States.
In fact, FEMA now says 1 in every 3 Americans lives in an area like this, where homes mingle with forests and other wildlands. Some people are moving out of cities and towns to find cheaper housing, while others, even those who know the risk, just love being next to nature.
Moved up here because we just love living in the woods. Now in hindsight, second guess that.
And as Americans continue moving to areas prone to fire, FEMA says the risk area is increasing by 2 million acres every year. At the same time, human-caused climate change brings more fire weather days, even where you might not expect, like Massachusetts, New Jersey, and Virginia. In Los Angeles, I'm National Climate Reporter Chase Kane.
All right, Chelsea, we had a taste of fall these last few days, but now things are heating back up.
Yeah, that is right. Summer is not over, and it is reminding us of that as well. So we are going to see those 90s stick around for the next couple of days. But I do want to show you a live camera view of Carmel City Hall, our weather cameras. You can see some of those high-level clouds, a few cumulus clouds out there, but no rain. So if you have any plans, it's going to stay dry, but it's definitely going to be a hot evening. Still 87 degrees in Indianapolis, 88 in Greencastle, 89 in Lafayette and in Bloomington, 88 in Columbus. Shelbyville, you're still holding on to 90, so keep that in mind if you're heading out this evening. We'll have mostly clear skies. Temperatures will be cooling down into the 70s now. That's still pretty warm for those overnight temperatures, and waking up tomorrow morning to that early morning low right around 70. And your Sunday is going to be another sunny and hot day, around 10 o'clock pushing 80 degrees, lunchtime middle 80s, and daytime highs in the upper 80s and low 90s. If you're heading off to the Ruoff Music Center tomorrow evening for New Kids on the Block, it's going to be a quiet evening, but again, another warm one as well. Temperatures will hold on to those 80s through about 9 p.m. Maybe a few clouds will start to build in for those overnight hours. But the reason why we have this high heat sticking around, we have a ridge of high pressure, and that's going to stick around for the next several days. And what a ridge of high pressure does is the air sinks and it acts as a lid, so it's trapping that air and all that heat. So that's why that temperature is going to continue to rise. And I want to forecast and look ahead to Tuesday. We're looking at potentially highs in the middle to upper 90s, which Indy's record high is 97, set back in 1948. So near record heat, and also that humidity is going to be building as well. So it's going to be miserably humid, especially on Tuesday and on Wednesday. And check out our heat index values over the next 6 days. In those 90s on Sunday, but into the middle 90s on Monday. Jumps up potentially over 100 degrees for Tuesday and Wednesday. So we want you to take caution and be alert as we go into the middle of this upcoming week. Eventually that high will start to break on down for the end of the upcoming week. Slight chances for rain on Wednesday and possibly on Friday as well. But overall, the 7-day forecast, we have almost 90s for majority of it until for next weekend.
All right, Chelsea, thank you. The Hamilton County Humane Society held a special event to help some furry friends find their forever homes. Hundreds of animals were up for adoption. Organizers say the shelter is overcrowded, and this event was meant to get the most at-need animals a home. Organizers say events like this help raise awareness and pair the animals in need with their new families.
But the reality is that this is not a home. This is a temporary solution for them, for us to find their home. So please don't allow these animals to give up their hope, and please don't make us make those tough decisions. And you can make a huge impact by adopting some of our animals.
We're working to find out exactly how many animals were adopted today. For more information on how to adopt or foster, we have links on our website at WTHR.com. Bennifer has officially closed a second chapter. What J-Lo now wants following her split with Ben Affleck. Professionally, the name Jennifer Affleck never really caught on for Jennifer Lopez. Following her recent divorce, filing from Ben Affleck earlier this week, the entertainer has requested to legally change her name back to Jennifer Lopez. The breakup comes after reports the two have been living separately. Their divorce marks yet another turn in a love story between two superstars that has played out in the spotlight for decades. Baby Bieber has arrived, and guess what? It's a boy. Justin Bieber and Hailey Bieber just announced the birth of their son, Jack Blues Bieber. Justin shared a photo via Instagram showing his wife Hailey holding the baby's foot. This is the couple's firstborn. All right, we wish them well. That's cute.
So cute.
All right, so things are heating up. What do we have to look forward to?
The 90s. Are you looking forward to that?
I'm looking forward to the 90s.
I know some people were saying, hey, I'm not ready for those overnight temperatures to be in the 50s. Some people were saying it was too cool. Well,
a little chilly.
You got what you asked for. It heated back up. 91 for a high tomorrow. It's going to be hot and sunny. Not much relief overnight with a stretch of early morning lows in the 70s. High of 93 on Monday. 95 on Tuesday, potentially near that record high of 97. And don't forget to add in that humidity factor as well. Could make heat index values over 100. So we want you to be cautious and aware of that. And then on Wednesday, possibly a stray storm. Any rain will be welcome in this heat. Thursday, 90 degrees, a little less humid, and then more chances for rain arrive on Friday. And finally see those middle 80s return for next weekend.
All right, we'll take that little taste of summer. Thank you so much for watching 13 News at 6. We'll see you back here at 11.